Most entrepreneurs sabotage their first 5 years by perfecting logos, building excessive websites, and focusing on non-revenue generating busy work. This is the ultimate form of productive procrastination. You know what I'm talking about. You spend weeks tweaking your brand colors while your bank account stays empty. You build elaborate business plans that never see the light of day. You research competitors until you're paralyzed by analysis. I see entrepreneurs spending months creating the perfect website with every feature imaginable. They debate whether the button should be blue or green. They write and rewrite their about page dozens of times. Meanwhile, they haven't talked to a single potential customer. Here's the brutal truth. While you're perfecting your logo, your competitors are out there making money. While you're debating your mission statement, they're solving real problems for real people with real budgets. The real foundation of a sustainable business isn't a complex plan or a beautiful brand. It's action, iteration, and market data. You must get projects, get feedback, and price your service correctly to even survive. Everything else is just expensive decoration on a house with no foundation. Today, I'm sharing 3 core principles that define successful entrepreneurs in their crucial first 5 years. First, prioritizing market learning over endless planning. Second, embracing compounding systems that work without you. And third, building integrity as your financial shield and competitive advantage. These aren't trendy startup buzzwords or motivational fluff. They're the difference between thriving and becoming another failed business statistic. Principle 1, action is the only market research. Your business is like a rocket ship sitting on the launch pad. It needs 2 things before anything else matters. It needs fuel, which is revenue flowing through your doors. And it needs guidance systems, which is real market data telling you where to steer. The foundation isn't a complex business plan that looks impressive in a binder. It's not a detailed financial projection that makes perfect sense on paper. The foundation is getting actual projects with actual customers to secure actual market data. Stop guessing what people want. Stop assuming you know how much they'll pay. Stop thinking you understand their problems better than they do. The only way to win is to talk to customers, get projects going, and collect real-world data on pricing, demand, and where your competitors are failing their customers. You can't Google your way to success. You can't research your way to revenue. You can't think your way to profitability. The market is the only teacher that matters, and it only teaches through direct experience. Most entrepreneurs spend months researching their industry online. They read every blog post, watch every YouTube video, and study every competitor's website, but they never pick up the phone. They never knock on doors. They never have uncomfortable conversations with potential customers who might reject them. Here's what they miss. The market will tell you everything you need to know, but only if you're brave enough to ask. Real customers have real problems they're already spending money to solve. They have budgets, they have pain points, they have frustrations with current solutions. But you'll never discover any of this sitting behind your computer screen. You have to get out there and start collecting real data instead of hiding behind planning and preparation. The insight gap between what you think customers want and what they actually need can only be bridged through direct contact and real projects. Principle 2. Systems, balance, and the anti-job mindset. The single biggest threat to your entrepreneurial dreams isn't competition or market conditions. It's creating a job for yourself that's worse than the one you left. Think about it. You escaped the corporate world to gain freedom, control, and flexibility. But now you're working 80-hour weeks with no vacation time, no sick days, and a boss who's even more demanding than your old manager. That boss is you. You've traded one prison for another, except this time you're both the warden and the inmate. You can't call in sick because there's no one to cover for you. You can't take a vacation because everything falls apart when you're gone. You can't even enjoy your success because you're too busy maintaining it. This is why the first 5 years require mindful planning to create scalable systems that don't rely 100% on you. This isn't about being lazy or avoiding work. It's about being strategic with your energy and building something that can grow beyond your personal capacity. Every system you build should answer one critical question: can this run without me? If the answer is no, you haven't built a business. You've built yourself a very expensive, very stressful job. Here's where most entrepreneurs get it completely wrong. They think success means working harder, longer, and with more intensity. They wear their exhaustion like a badge of honor. They brag about pulling all-nighters and working weekends. But successful entrepreneurs understand something different. They master the delicate balance between short-term revenue-generating activities, which are essential for survival, and long-term growth investments, which are essential for scale. You need money coming through the door today. Your bills don't care about your 5-year vision. Your landlord doesn't accept equity in your future success. You need cash flow now to keep the lights on and food on the table. But you also need to plant seeds for tomorrow's harvest. If you only focus on immediate revenue, you'll be stuck in the same place 5 years from now, just more tired and more stressed. If you only focus on long-term investments, you'll run out of cash before those investments pay off. This balance is everything. Too much focus on short-term activities, and you'll burn out with no assets to show for your years of effort. Too much focus on long-term projects, and you'll be broke before you see any return. The secret is focusing your long-term energy on assets that grow over time and reduce future effort. This includes building organic traffic to your social profiles or website. It means cultivating an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you. It involves creating content that works for you while you sleep. These assets compound. Every piece of valuable content you create today can generate leads, build relationships, and establish credibility for years to come. Every satisfied customer can refer dozens of others. Every system you document can save hundreds of hours of future work. You are planting seeds in fertile soil. Have urgency in your daily actions, but patience in waiting for the compound effect to take hold over the 5-year time horizon. James Clear talks about the difference between systems and goals, and he's absolutely right. Your goal might be to make $1 million or serve 1,000 customers. But your system is the daily habits, processes, and behaviors that get you there. Goals are destinations. Systems are vehicles. You can't control whether you reach your destination, but you can control whether you show up every day and follow your system. The compound effect is real, but it requires patience that most entrepreneurs don't have. They expect linear progress in a world that rewards exponential thinking. They want to see immediate results from every action they take. But compound growth doesn't work that way. It starts slow, almost imperceptibly, and then it accelerates gradually. Then suddenly it explodes into dramatic results that seem to come out of nowhere. Most entrepreneurs quit right before the magic happens. They give up just as their systems are starting to gain momentum. They abandon their long-term investments right before they would have paid off. To survive 5 years in business, you must commit to continuously reading and keeping up with your industry. This ongoing education becomes what Naval Ravikant calls your specific knowledge. It's highly defensible because it's uniquely yours. Specific knowledge isn't something you can fake or outsource. It's not generic business advice that applies to everyone. It's the combination of your experience, your insights, and your deep understanding of your particular market that nobody else possesses. This knowledge becomes your competitive moat. It's what allows you to charge premium prices, attract better customers, and make decisions faster than your competition. But specific knowledge only develops through consistent learning combined with real-world application. You can't just read about your industry. You have to be actively working in it, solving problems, and gaining experience that can't be replicated by someone reading the same books you read. Principle 3, your integrity is your compounding currency. Integrity is the necessary shield that determines who wants to work with you long-term. Your trustworthiness compounds like financial interest in a savings account. Every single interaction either builds your reputation or destroys it, and once it's gone, it's nearly impossible to rebuild. Most entrepreneurs think about reputation as a nice-to-have benefit, something that would be good to develop eventually when they have time to focus on it. This thinking is completely backwards. Your integrity isn't a luxury, it's your most valuable business asset. In a world where everyone can copy your products, steal your marketing strategies, and replicate your systems, they can't copy your reputation for trustworthiness. Naval Ravikant teaches us about playing long-term games with long-term people, and this is the only sustainable strategy for building wealth and happiness. Short-term thinking destroys businesses faster than any external competition ever could, the ultimate form of soft leverage. When people trust you, they buy from you without extensive sales processes. They refer business to you without being asked. They defend your reputation when you're not in the room. They give you the benefit of the doubt when problems arise. But trust takes years to build and seconds to destroy. Every promise you make either strengthens or weakens your foundation. Every deadline you meet or miss sends a signal about your reliability. Every interaction teaches people whether they can count on you or not. When you prioritize quick wins over long-term relationships, you're essentially borrowing from your future self. Every shortcut you take, every corner you cut, every promise you break creates debt that will eventually come due with interest. The network effect of reputation is incredibly powerful in our connected world. Great service to one person reaches their entire circle of influence. They tell their friends, family, and colleagues about their experience with you. They write reviews that thousands of people will read. They become advocates for your business. But the opposite is also true. Poor service spreads even faster than good service. One bad experience can reach hundreds or thousands of people through social media, review sites, and word-of-mouth conversations. In your first 5 years, you're not just building a business, you're building a reputation that will either open doors or close them for the rest of your entrepreneurial career. The reviews and referrals you earn become your most valuable, scalable business assets. In conclusion, here's the simple truth. True business success comes from action, continuous learning, and mastering the balance between short-term firefighting and long-term asset building. Stop perfecting, start performing. While your competitors are still tweaking their websites and debating business card fonts, you'll be out there collecting real market data, building genuine relationships, and creating systems that actually work. The entrepreneurs who thrive in their first 5 years understand this simple truth. You can't think your way to success. You have to act your way there. Every day you spend planning is a day you're not learning from real customers with real problems and real money. Your business doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be profitable. It doesn't need to impress other entrepreneurs at networking events. It needs to solve problems for paying customers who value what you offer. These 3 principles aren't just business strategies, they're life strategies, prioritizing market learning over endless planning, building systems that compound over time, protecting your integrity like your financial life depends on it, because it does. The market is waiting to teach you everything you need to know. But first, you have to show up. You have to be willing to fail, learn, and iterate your way to success. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more insights that actually matter. What's one action you'll take today to move from planning to performing?